letting go of desire, because desire is the root cause of suffering. I was so big on that. Like, I was obsessed with this ideology. That was literally like my extreme minimalism, like, life core. I was like, how to get rid of desire. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's minimalism video is going to be talking about peace and inner peace, and I want to share with you guys 5 big life-changing things that I learned from Buddhism that I feel could help anybody else out, because I think that Buddhism and minimalism do pair very beautifully, and I wanted to share this with you guys because this is something that's like really helped me a lot with like achieving at least my own version of inner peace, and I felt could help anybody else out who is on their own minimalism journey. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Okay, so number 1, be kind. So this one, I mean, sounds just so obvious, but I didn't grow up with the mentality that one should be kind. I felt like that's just how you get taken advantage of. So I've always been on edge, or I always thought poorly of people. I always felt like people had like double standards, or had like secret motivations or motives, and you couldn't really fully trust people. So I don't know if that just made me kind of like jaded, but I really I didn't think people were truly kind, and I didn't see a function in being truly kind. But Buddhism taught me to just be kind for the sake of being kind. Not really from a karma perspective, although that is part of Buddhism. What goes around comes around. But something that really helped me a lot was learning to be kind to others. That's actually something that's really helped me a lot, is to just be kind to people. I mean, not in a self-sacrificing way. I know that in my own Buddhism journey, I definitely took it too far, and I was putting everybody's needs before my own. Recently, I've kind of come back to loving myself and taking care of myself first. But I think that was healthy, and I did need that, where I was very considerate of others. I put others' needs first, and I kind of learned to not be so selfish and so self-centered, and to not always think negatively of people, thinking that, oh, people are just doing this to me because like they're evil and they have evil intention, when it's actually, no, that's really not the case. It's also really helped my relationship with other people, where I really watch my tongue with the things that I say, because one thing about Buddhism is speak only what's necessary, and speak only what's kind. So that's something that's really helped me a lot, is that like, if I'm about to say something, or maybe I just want to like gossip or something, I have to think to myself, is it necessary? Is it kind? And that's really helped me a lot with making sure that I don't say things that come back and bite me in the butt. Okay, number 2, greed dirties your nose. So that's something that's really helped me a lot, because I think that in our Western society, there's definitely this really big push for material accumulation and status seeking and hamster wheeling. And for me, I definitely bought into that narrative because, well, like, I grew up in a Western society. Like, why would I not, So for me, something that's really helped me a lot, it's actually a koan, which is like the Buddhist like short stories to like teach you like a parable or like an important story. And in this one, the nun, because she kept trying to funnel everything onto her little Buddha stone, onto her little Buddha statue, she dirtied the nose. So this idea that if you keep just me, you're gonna end up ruining yourself. And so that's really helped me a lot, to just kind of realize that my life's function or my life's purpose is not just for my own self-gratification. It's to kind of seek a purpose outside of myself, which I think is lovely. I think it's beautiful, because I don't think that that's quite the main narrative in a Western society. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras. So just a quick little commercial break from today's sponsor. Thank you so much to CHIQIO for sponsoring today's video. They have kindly gifted me one perfume for me to try for you guys. So let's get right into the unboxing. So it has just come in the mail, and I'm so excited to unbox this with you guys. This perfume is actually wild. This perfume is called Mountain Rain, and I just thought it was so fitting for today's video talking about Buddhism, because you guys know that while I lived in Taiwan, I used to go to the temple all the time, and the temple and the rain have this very like unique smell, and they managed to get a bottle that smells just like it. Yeah, a little quick blurb about the company. So they are a Chinese company. The name is CHIQIO. I did see an article on it talking about the pronunciation for it, referring to like where there's a bridge to trees, but I might be saying that wrong. Yeah, they're essentially a company that believes in artworkism and character. The company says they are CHIQIO work for people who pursue life, perceptiveness, and artistic skills. So you can see here that the cover of the box has a bunch of anime on it, like artwork and character, and I just think that's so beautiful. So let's unbox the perfume together. Okay, and then some of the things. So that is what the box looks like. The box is so sturdy and so beautiful. At the top here it says shan yu, which is like mountain rain. So there's two smells that you can pick from. One of them is mountain rain and the other one is forest child. I decided to go with mountain rain just because of the descriptor. So the perfume inspiration for this is outside the temple gate, the smell of the forest after the rain. And I do love that smell. Every time we would leave the temple up in the mountains on the days that it rained, it smells exactly like this perfume. So this one is 100 ml. The base notes are like a woody oriental fragrant. The top note is, and I have my computer here, it's mandarin, grapefruit, black pepper. The mid note is cedarwood, sandalwood, and orris, and the base is velvetier, cadad, amber, and musk. So it lasts about 5 hours. The description of this is, and this is just so beautiful, this perfume draws its design inspiration from Chinese Taoist temples and sandalwood. After the rain in the mountains on the southern side of the temple, a young herder leans against a wall, tending to his oxen, taking a break to read. This evocative scene was conveyed to the perfumer as a starting point for jointly creating the entire forest landscape. This stuff smells so freaking good. So I'm gonna open that. This is what it looks like. The bottle is huge. Like, you can see it's as tall as my head. And it's in this beautiful glass bottle. And then it's inscribed here again, mountain rain. And then also here at the top, we have the little wooden lid. There's instructions, there's a little care card. It actually says, lubricate the spray bottle, gently spin and press, and done. So I'm gonna have to lubricate that before I put the lid on, so I'll do that later, but for now, that's what it looks like. So let's spray this. This is my second time spraying it. I already sprayed it when I opened this. I was so excited to open this, guys. It literally smells like incense from the temple. I know you might be wondering, why would anyone want to smell like that? For anyone who's actually a Buddhist, going to the temple is like such a holy experience. It's such a cleansing experience when you go to the temple and it's just silence and it's just you and the universe and God speaking and praying. I don't know, I love that smell. Like, I've been going to the temple for the past 10 years since I started getting into Chinese culture and Buddhism. So every time I smell this, I have that feeling of like calmness and Zen and Taiwan and the temple. So yeah, love this perfume so much. Cannot highly recommend it enough. So thank you so much to CHIQIO for sponsoring today's video. I love the product. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's continue on with today's regularly scheduled program. Okay, number 4, there's no life purpose. That has really freed me. So let me kind of explain that. There's a big emphasis in Western ideology that you have to find your life's purpose. And I've been constantly searching for my life's purpose. Serve other people and help other people and make an impact and change the world. And that was so taxing because I was like, oh God, like I don't know what my life's purpose is. Like, I clearly suck as a human being. I don't know what my life's purpose is. But something that's really freed me a lot in Buddhism and all the different koans that I've read is that ultimately there is no life's purpose. And since there's no life's purpose, you get to pick what your life's purpose is. And it's actually okay if you don't have a life purpose. And that has really freed me because I was like, oh, like I'm okay. I don't have to have a life's purpose. I don't know, I felt like a lot of pressure in that. So it's been really nice to just know that like I can enjoy my life and not have that pressure that I need to have a life's purpose, and I can just enjoy my life as is. So the life purpose that I have subscribed to is just to have high moral character, to do the best that I can, do the best that I can, help my loved ones, and to be a good person, like a morally high person. Not in the sense that like I'm on my high horse or something like that, or like I'm better than other people, but just to do the right thing as often as I can within reason, and that has really fulfilled me a lot. Okay, number 4. The root cause of suffering is desire, but without desire, there is no pleasure. That was something that was very revolutionary for me because, as you guys know, when I was an extreme minimalist, I was so gung-ho on this whole like letting go of desire because desire is the root cause of suffering. I was so big on that. Like I was obsessed with this ideology. That was literally like my extreme minimalism like life core. I was like, I have to get rid of desire. I have to get rid of wanting nice things, wanting whatever it is, can't want, can't desire. And that really messed up with my mental health for a really long time because I felt really like unmotivated, almost depressed. I felt like there was just really no purpose to life because anything that I wanted to do, I was like, oh, this is you letting desire control you. And it wasn't a very healthy way to live. So because of that, I'm really glad that I stumbled upon that because I felt like I was using Buddhism as a crutch But then within Buddhism, even Buddhism itself says that, like, while yes, desire is the root cause of suffering, not having desire makes life miserable. And then I was like, oh, well then, I guess it's like the other Zen principle. Moderation is key. The middle road is the best road. And then I realized, I was like, oh, I don't have to be suffering all the time. I don't have to be, you know, this self-flagellating extreme minimalist. I'm allowed to have nice things in my life, like jewelry. I remember in my extreme minimalism, I was very like, I could only have 4 jewelry pieces, like my 2 earrings, I think like a ring, and like that was it. And I had to be like stainless steel because I had to be like hardcore, no fine jewelry. I was really extreme, guys, and I'm just so glad that I'm just not in that place anymore. I'm kind of like in that middle ground now. I'm not like a shopaholic the way I was before I became an extreme minimalist. Seeking pleasure is not my life's goal, but at the same time, killing desire is not really my vibe anymore. If something makes me happy, like I'm going to enjoy it, you know, like I'm going to enjoy like a nice cup of coffee or like a pretty shirt or like a nice piece of jewelry. Like doesn't make me a bad, you know, minimalist, doesn't make me a bad Buddhist. And the last thing that's really helped me a lot, number 5, is asking yourself who you really are. This is in the vein of the Buddhist concept that all of our faces are masks, and in removing your mask, you'll realize that even your mask is a mask. And it's really deep. I love this aspect of Buddhism. I feel like it's a little bit more abstract and probably not very common, something that people talk about when they talk about Buddhism. But for me, I was really into that. I was really into this very abstract notion that I could just strip away my identity. I wasn't happy with who I was, so I just kept strip. I was like, who am I really? Who am I really? And then you realize at the end, all of it's just a mask. And since all of it's just a mask, then you can just pick a mask that you like. And that really freed me a lot because I felt like I went down the Buddhist and extreme minimalism rabbit hole trying to find nothing at the end of it all. But it's just like, it's an empty hole at the end of it. And I think though that is part of the extreme minimalism journey, part of the Buddhism and minimalism journey is to kind of like strip it all back to see what is the bare bone, and then from the bare bone you can kind of just like regrow again or restructure, maybe with like a different mindset. So for me, asking myself who I really am is a practice that I still do to this day, sometimes where I feel like, is this really me? Is this hyperconsumption? Is this what marketing is telling me to do? Is it really me? And also kind of accepting that I'm not really anything. I'm just a product of my environment and my upbringing and genetics. Like me doesn't even really exist. So that also frees me a lot, because there were times I'd feel guilty that I liked something that was part of marketing, and then I'm like, well, yeah, you grew up in a Western society, of course you're going to enjoy or like it. You've been like brainwashed to enjoy that stuff. So that's something that I've also given myself grace, is accepting that it's okay that if this is a mask that I choose to wear, then okay, then wear it, and then it's okay. There's no such thing as who you really are, and that has really freed me a lot. So I hope that you guys could have enjoyed these 5 top things that have really helped me out in my Buddhism journey, since you guys are probably on your own minimalist journey, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!